You don't want to use a plain lavatory. I mean, why do they call it a lavatory? It sounds scientific.
justChanel here.
Hey guys, justChanel here. Welcome to my channel. Today's video is a airplane routine, I guess we can say. An airport and in-flight routine. I'm gonna share with you all of my in-flight essentials. Of course, this is from your girl, a flight attendant. So I have a lot to share. I'm excited. I'm actually headed to New Orleans. So it's a really short flight, but we're gonna get it all done. I am in the international terminal. For those that don't know, if you travel to Atlanta or you're from Atlanta, you live here, you can always go through the international terminal security, which is always like so much shorter, y'all. I can see that there's maybe 30 people in this line compared to the domestic terminal. Generally is like a 2-hour wait nowadays. It's been absolutely ridiculous over there. I'm only going on a 2-day trip, but I brought my base suitcase. I have my cosmetic bag in there because my little strap on the actual suitcase broke. And then I just have this cute tote bag. It says hello weekend. It's not the weekend, but I really like traveling with this bag for the summertime. And then I'll show you guys what's all in here because everything in this bag is what I'll be using in flight. Let's see how long it takes me to get through security. My flight is at 6:10, as you guys can see here, which means they'll shut the door at 6 o'clock. And my goal is to get there around, let's say like 5:50, 5:45-ish. I'm in the line waiting for security now, but it's moving fast, so we should be there soon. And just let me go over just a few things in my bag. So a lot of people do not know that you can actually bring food with you through security. So I have some berries here. This is, I always like to bring like an in-flight snack. You just have to make sure that you place this in a separate bin when it's going through on the security belt. And then you also want to make sure, unless they tell you otherwise, that you take things like my camera that I have in my hand. I have my iPad here, so I'll put that in a separate bin with my camera. And also don't forget to take out your AirPods because a lot of people forget to do that. In the meantime, I need to drink this tea because I forgot I made it. This is the new pomegranate champagne tea over at Shop Quality. However, I cannot take this because it is over 3.4 ounces. All right, let's check the time. Let me pull my phone out. 6:15. Did we start at, 5:15. Did we start at, I think it was like 5:04, so just about 10 minutes. Let me get down this escalator and then we're gonna chat about security because there was a lot of kids. I'm down here at the international terminal. By the way, it's all one building, so the train connects the domestic and international. It's not two separate buildings, so if you go to international, you're in the same place as domestic. Dang, the train's gonna be loud. Hold on.
Please hold on. This train is departing.
All right, I am off of the train. It took me about 6 minutes to get from the international F concourse to the domestic A concourse on the train. All the way at the end of the concourse. Thank goodness I went to the international terminal because, girl, I would have been running. So y'all can see that some people basically started like lining up and everything because they're starting to board. I don't recommend this, but you know, do what you like. I simply don't recommend this because, more than likely you're going to be standing for a minute before like your zone gets
All taking bound passengers, Delta Flight 1494 heading to St. Louis.
This phone little intercom system works really good because I can barely hear her. That's another thing though. So many people sit far away from the gate and sometimes the gate agent is making announcements and you can't hear them. Or you'll go to the lounge and you forget what time your flight actually boards. So if you need to set an alarm or something like that, try to get to your gate 30 minutes before the flight departs. So this will give you like a solid 15-20 minutes to enjoy your coffee or eat some food. Also, please go to the restroom before you get on a flight. You would think that these things are like common sense, but for my new travelers, okay, most of y'all know you should be doing this, but if you've never flown on an airplane before, go to the restroom before you go, because you don't want to use a plane lavatory. I mean, why do they call it a lavatory? It sounds scientific. Let's check to see if I got a seat. So I mentioned this in my last travel vlog, that since I am a flight attendant, we do fly for free. That's a question that a lot of you guys have, but we fly standby. So we basically wait to see if there is a seat available on the flight. Sometimes like the flight is completely full, but people won't show up because they're just running late or their connection didn't come in, you know, on time. But this plane is actually wide open. There's like a ton of seats available. So I have a seat in Comfort Plus, which is great because your girl can get a nice little glass of wine. Yes, I have 11A. This is a window seat, so I'm kind of happy. Well, I actually prefer aisle seats, but more than likely I got the whole row. This is the perfect time to pull out whatever you need out your bag, okay? Throw away trash so you're not walking on the airplane with trash. Okay, as a flight attendant, I can say like, why didn't you throw that away when you were just out there with all them trash cans? But anyway, perfect time to pull out your headphones, just making sure that everything is accessible. So anything that you plan to use during the flight, have that in the bag that goes under the seat in front of you. There's no need for you to have like your book or whatever in your suitcase when you get on the plane. Pull it out now. I know a lot of us have like the pockets, like my crew bag has like pockets and stuff on the outside that I keep my iPad in, and like books, you know, wipes, all types of stuff. So anything that you need out of your big bag that's going to go in an overhead bin, go ahead and transfer it at the gate into your smaller bag so that you are ready to board and you don't have to do any like unnecessary maneuvering in the aisle holding up the line, because girl, once again, we got to be on time. A few more things before I get on the plane. TSA tips. It was really loud on the train, so let me go ahead and try to knock these out so we can get into the in-flight routine. Now, when I go through security, TSA, I always put my big roller suitcase, my rolling bag, whatever the big bag is, I put that first on the conveyor belt. This is so that can be the first thing off, because you don't want to grab your camera, your laptop, your shoes, all these snacks and, you know, stuff, and have nowhere to put them. So always put your suitcase on the conveyor belt first, and then put like your backpack, whatever like small personal item you're carrying, purse on the belt next, and then all of the little items, so your electronics, your snacks, your shoes. I try to keep my shoes like as the third item, because that way I can just grab them and put them on. But you don't want to like have all these things in your hand, snacks, iPad, all that stuff, laptop, and you're just waiting for your bag to come, especially if your bag gets pulled. At least you'll know that your bag got pulled for like a random check or whatever before you have all this stuff in your hands and you're like, oh my gosh, why?
And final boarding call, all ticket and confirmed passengers.
Also, some things that you don't have to take off when you go through security, for the most part, unless they tell you to. Your belt and your watch. I see so many people taking off their belt and their watch, and it's totally unnecessary, y'all. Like, you're wasting time. Now, things that you definitely need to take off are your shoes, unless you're a child, any sort of like outer garment, so not a hoodie like this, but if you do have a jacket or something on, you're gonna need to take that off. So I always suggest that you dress warm, even if you're going to a like warm destination. A lot of people have like a bad habit of wearing like booty shorts and tank tops, and or just put a jacket on over it. But since you're going to be exposed when you go through security, and also think about what your airport attire is if there's an emergency. This is something that I always dress the same when I fly, regardless of the season. Generally sweatpants and a sweatshirt, and I always put like a shirt under it, because if there's an emergency, the last thing you want to have on are like some itty bitty shorts and a tank top. You're gonna be cold, okay? And the planes be cold too. Okay, let me get on the plane because there's no one else in the gate. Look at this, I'm this person. There's literally no one here. I don't know what time it is, but you can see there's some people running. They probably think they're late, but I want to say, it departs in 22 minutes, so I still have like a solid 7 minutes or so. Hello, how you doing?
Hi, how are you?
This is why I sit out there so long, Because, girl, you think you're about to get right on and you're not. Okay, but seriously, board with your zone or your group or whatever they call it on the plane. If you want to make sure that there's room for your bag, the last thing you want is your bag checked. I mean, I could go on a whole spill about check bags, but we'll save that for later in the video. Even if you have seats next to you, you are still to put your bag under the seat in front of you. Your purse, it doesn't matter how small it is, it has to go under the seat, okay? I'm gonna go ahead and pull out some things. So I'll show you guys my little in-flight essentials bag. This is from base. And then I'm gonna wait to pull out my fruit, my snack, until I get some wine. We're gonna go ahead and plug in the charger. Last thing you wanna do is land and our phones are dead, our devices. I also brought my Bible study book here that's in my bag. I may do that, but not while I'm drinking, so we'll see what the weather's like if they actually end up getting up to serve right away. So this is a time for you to clean like it's nobody's business. So I always bring Clorox wipes with me to wipe down my tray table. Before the pandemic, I never used the tray table. Like I would literally just hold my drink the whole time. But now that the planes are cleaned like more thoroughly, I will wipe them down and I'll actually use it now. I don't know if I would use it to eat. I still feel kind of picky. I'd rather just hold my plate. Girl, wipe down everything. The seatbelt, the armrest, the tray table, the TV screen, anything that you're gonna touch. And then wipe your hands down. Pretty much every airline has been giving these like sandy wipes or have hand sanitizer on board. Some Lysol. Now you don't want to actually spray this in flight, okay, or on the plane at all, but if an emergency happens, you can use it, okay? Like, I don't know, maybe like someone throws up by you and then the flight attendants clean it up, but you're like, I'm gonna use my Lysol. I think that would be okay. Hand wipes, here's some extras. Band-aids, this is kind of like my cleaning and first aid. I always bring band-aids because I'm always breaking like a nail or scratching myself somehow, some way, so I like to always keep band-aids like everywhere I go. Some other items you can keep as like sanitary hygiene items would be extra face masks, because we all know that it is a federal regulation that you wear a face mask in the airport and also on the airplane at all times. Now on the other side here, the actual in-flight bag, that's what I call it. I'll have to leave the link to this bag down in the description box. But this base like little in-flight organizer, maybe it's called, it does come with a mirror, which is super convenient. So if you're like going to a business meeting, or I don't know, girl, maybe you have a date right after you get off the plane. Hand cream. I learned the hard way when I first started like flying as a flight attendant how dry your hands get from washing your hands constantly. There's not a lot of, I guess you could say, like fresh air in a sense. You're in a metal tube, so you need to stay hydrated. You need to hydrate the inside of your body by drinking a lot of water, and then make sure you have things like lip balm. And
good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, on the flight deck. Welcome aboard Delta's Flight 2316, service to New Orleans, Louisiana. We're buttoned up front here. We're expected to get an on-time departure out of here. Shouldn't be too long for taxi once we get in the air. 1 hour and 5 minutes, 34,000 feet. We're going to be kind of moving around some weather, pretty much the whole way over there. So we do not anticipate on this short flight being able to turn off the fasten seatbelt sign. We're going to ask everyone to please remain seated with their seatbelt securely fastened for the duration of the flight. The flight attendants are probably going to need to be stayed in seat for most of it. By the time we get up to altitude, we're only going to be up to altitude for maybe 10, 15 minutes at the most, and then we're going to be heading right back down into Louisiana. But like I said, we're going to be moving around stuff. We're also asking that everyone wears their face mask over their mouth and nose. That's not only for your safety, but for the safety of everyone else around you. It is a nicer day down there in the Louisiana area. There is obviously the typical summer thunderstorms, but we're anticipating getting right in there going into Charlie 10. We do appreciate you flying with us today. Sit back, relax. Again, 1 hour, 5 minutes to New Orleans, Louisiana.
I also use this to hydrate at the very end of my flight. So this is the Drunk Elephant Sake spray. It's basically like a restoration and rebalance face mist. It is amazing, y'all. I love Drunk Elephant products. If you know me, you already know this. But yeah, I love to use this as a little refresh, especially if you take a nap. It really works. And you know, it just hydrates your skin, because I'm telling you, you've got to hydrate in flight. It's crazy. I also have some business cards here. This is like my little business card holder. So if I'm sitting next to somebody and we get to chatting, you know, I can give them one of my cards. I have some scripture cards here from She Reads Truth. So, you know, if I just need a good word in flight or a reminder, maybe somebody just tried me, okay, or maybe I'm feeling sad, whatever it may be, I like to just pull a scripture card. And then of course you have to have some earbuds, regular earbuds, because this adapter is the only one that fits in the in-flight entertainment screen. So like your normal iPhone earbuds and stuff will not fit in there. So make sure you bring regular earbuds so you're not like spending money on them in the airport. Also bring gum, mainly for other people. A lot of the times people's ears will like pop and stuff like that, so I'll offer them gum. I don't do this when I'm working, only when I'm flying as a passenger.
We've been waiting to
Songs for prayer and a nail file, because you know, I'm always breaking nails, like for real. So the Psalm for Prayer book is just a nice little like prayer book, basically. If I just want to pray in flight, I love looking at the clouds and praying. And a hair tie. If my hair is down, I love to put it up in flight, because I don't like my hair all over the seats. That's nasty. A pen. Never, ever, ever travel without a pen. Like, oh, please. Just always have a pen everywhere you go, actually, not just on the plane. Of course, y'all, I brought some tea with me. So this is the tea I was drinking in security. It's the new pomegranate champagne tea. So delicious.
Aisle armrest and headrest are lowered and your tray table is put away.
Please take a moment to review the safety information card, which is in your seat pocket.
As we come to the cabin for our final safety check, please let us know if you have any questions. It's the little things that matter most. Thank you for trusting Delta with your moments.
Now, as we get ready for takeoff, please settle in and have a wonderful flight. Thank you for flying with Delta.
Let me know down in the comments if you prefer an aisle seat or a window seat. I actually love an aisle seat, y'all, but I had the whole row, so I just slid over and got this takeoff footage for y'all. Now, a few airplane basics. If you get too hot or cold, there is an air vent located right above your seat. All you have to do in most cases is twist it, open or close to adjust. There's also Wi-Fi available on most aircrafts, but you have to make sure your device is in airplane mode in order to connect. Smoking's not allowed at all. This includes e-cigarettes, and please wear your seatbelt. It's for your safety and the safety of others. There's a flight attendant call button, which you should be using for emergencies only. Like, what would you call 911 for? There's also a reading light, a safety information card that gives you all the goods on the airplane, and a life vest located right under your seat. All right, so now that we are in flight, the captain mentioned that he's not going to turn the seatbelt sign off, but this is the perfect time to read a book, do any sort of work that you need to do. So I like to edit videos, do my Bible study, and then sometimes I go watch a movie. Feeling refreshed, and it's time to get off the plane. I'm actually in the front of the plane, so this will be pretty quick, I hope.
Y'all, I don't know who my best friend think he is, but why is there a selfie light? What was he doing? What was you filming? Like, he's out and about, probably drinking. He got a whole tripod in here, like, what? This room is cute though. But yeah, I'm gonna go find him. I don't know where he is. He's probably like, it's his birthday, so he's probably like drinking and eating and just having the time of his life. Let's look at the bathroom really quick. Oh, this is cute. Okay, my makeup is gonna be fire. Maybe he'll just give it to me. Maybe. I just want to know, what does he use this for? Who is he? Brought his own mug. I mean, he's too much for me. I'm glad I brought some tea. I guess we're gonna be sipping on tea in the morning. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you'd like to see travel wise down in the comments, the next video that you'd like to see. If you have any questions, drop them below as well, and I will catch y'all in the next one. Bye.